Hi, Georgie. Do you want food? Time to float. That's right, Firehearts. Welcome to the video. My name is Carson, and what you can see here, you know what we were talking about. That's right, the 2017 It remake. Oh my God, this is what I'm so excited to make this review. This is one of my favorite horror movies, and probably is my #1 horror movie, and I can tell you why. First off, before I start my review, go in the description below and like and subscribe and help me out make review more of my movies, but my favorites like Freddy, Jason, Michael Myers. If you just hit like and subscribe and keep making more, I can keep making more videos for you guys and show more videos in the future. In that case, let's get started. Okay, It Chapter 1 2017 starts off with the 1989 of a bunch of kids called the Losers Club being haunted and picked off one by one by a demonic monster named Pennywise, or referred to It. Man, this is like a great movie, man. All the death scenes were cool. Everything was cool. The story was great. And this is based in the 80s. I love movies when it's in the 80s. Let's provide the original one, 1990, with Tim Curry as Pennywise. That was a good movie, but I love Pennywise. Let me tell you a little story. When I first started watching Pennywise back in 1990s, Pennywise on the VHS, I wasn't really the biggest fan. Yep, you can hate me if you want, but I just didn't like Tim Curry's performance as Pennywise. I wasn't really the biggest fan. When I heard about the remake, I was looking forward to it. I wasn't really hyped up for it like all the other characters, but when I saw this guy at trailer, I was up for it all the way. September 8th, 2017, the day it was released. I kept begging my mom and dad to get me a ticket, and they got me a ticket. When I sat in that theater, I'd never been scared of a horror movie in my life. And I swear this was my favorite horror movie ever since then, despite the sequel, and you'll talk about that in the later video. Okay, let's talk about all my positives. My biggest positive is the Losers Club. Yeah, that's right. Finn Wolfhard, Reggie, everyone's characters were great. It's actually my favorite one. My favorite one, I'll tell you in about 3, 2, 1. It's Bill. Bill, Stanley, Reggie, Beverly. All my favorite characters. I love them all. They're all great in their own opinions. They gave me inspired to make my own horror movie ideas. And there's a great, all in the 80s, despite the original Losers Club, all have different personalities. Bill's the biggest leader. Beverly's the stronger who's not afraid of Pennywise. Eddie's a big, sophistic on everything around him. Reggie's that big comedian kid that every group of friends have. Reggie's the one who, walks away from what's going on. Ben's the history person. And, everything else is just a great movie. Okay, and my next positive is Bill Skarsgård as Pennywise. Yep, Pennywise himself is a great positive of the movie. Have you seen the movie? If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. It's a great movie. Pennywise is a great entity referred as It. He comes from another planet far away, feasts on the kids every 27 years. Him and all adults, but mostly kids. Way worse than that. They come back every 27 years, and then he met the Losers Club, where all strong together, he couldn't eat them. But when Bill's brother Georgie goes to a sewer drain, he got eaten, he got his arm ripped up and pulled to the sewer drain. That's why Bill been looking for him for almost a year. And he has no luck finding him because Pennywise took him somewhere. He went floating, if you know what I mean. Yep, you know what I mean. Okay, my next positive is the story. Yep, the story is way different than the original Pennywise movie, because that one was based in the 60s. This one is based in the 80s. And let's say it again, I love the 80s. A lot of good movies that came out in that decade, like the Batman movie, Nightmare on Elm Street came out, Jason came out, the first Child's Play came out, Gremlins. There's so many good movies out there, so that makes sense for Pennywise to be in the 80s, which was a great decade for this Pennywise to come to life. Think about it. A kid that goes around thinking there's a kill clown in the sewer drain, they'll think they're just kids with their imagination. But if it's an adult, they'll probably just throw it into an insane asylum, which is a great story for Stephen King. That's why I love Stephen King's writing and stories, because it's way different than reality. Okay, and I always go to my negatives, but I think my biggest negative was Derry. Yep, Derry himself, it was really weird. All the stuff in the background, I couldn't really notice it until, later in the years. I mean, it's kind of like a positive and a negative. Some stuff I couldn't see. I saw it in the YouTube video, but I never saw it on the big screen because they keep telling to show me, but I don't see it. And my next negative, the negative, but is the parents. I mean, the parents acted a little differently. Eddie's mom acted like an overprotective mother than the original one. Basically, and all Bill's parents were acting differently. Bill basically doesn't think his brother's dead, which I love. He's still looking for him out there. Beverly's dad acted a little differently, a little the same. Ben acted like the new kid over again. But Reggie, he was a good moment for the movie. Basically, Finn Wolfhard delivered as Reggie, the Stranger Things boy himself. Yep, Stranger Things season 4 coming out this year, which I'm really looking forward to. For all the kills, that's another positive. The kills were great. Great to use the CGI for start like the first kill when you get off Georgie's arm. The visuals for when his mouth opens up was real great. All the scenes with all those creatures, all the forms he takes form of. And my final positive is not. I don't have any more negatives. My final positive is the sewer system. Yep, the sewer system is a terrifying place that I would never want to visit. Too dark down there, you know what's in that sewer. The smell bad, and oh my god, it's the final battle in the sewer against Pennywise and the Losers Club is great. But like when the first time interacting with Pennywise, all of them couldn't stand a chance to get Pennywise because they didn't know how to defeat him because he's a creepy man. But after that, when they all got into a fight and they all split off, they almost got picked off one by one. Bev got kidnapped because she was the strongest out of all that can't fear Pennywise. So after that, Bill and the rest of them got together to join forces to take him out. And then Bill, I forgot about Henry Bowers. Holy shit, he's darker than the 1990 Pennywise movie. Holy shit, remember you found this pocket knife and you put it down his dad's neck, and Pennywise made him his apprentice. I guess you can call him that way. And then in the deleted scene, if you haven't seen the deleted scenes, I don't think I should tell you here. Maybe some kids are watching, but holy crap! If you want to see a dark deleted scene, I recommend you go look at the deleted scene on Pennywise 2017. You'll love it. Yeah, like the final scene when Mike Hanlon basically had the darker story than the normal one, and the 1990 and the book. There's a lot of things different about this movie, all the books and the movie, which Stephen King actually really enjoyed this movie. They basically to his predecessor, 1990 Tim Curry, was based in the 60s, so we didn't really have that good technology back in the day, but it was still a good movie. It was a pretty good movie, good casting, good story, and a good directing process of camera angles. Alright guys, so that's my whole thing about it 2017. I'm glad I got to do this review series for you guys and myself. I'll be doing a next sequel for the sequel, It Chapter 2, later in the future. So, I'm Carson. I'm a Later Firehearts. Thank you for watching.